Hi, this is Steve from Scotia RC. Today I'm doing a quick video on the different types of receiver you get on OMPHobby M1 and M2 helis and how to bind. And I'll be binding it to a Radiomaster Zorro transmitter. Other Radiomaster transmitters with a multi-protocol module follow the similar procedure. Starting with the M1. The M1 comes alternatively with either an OMPHobby or a Futaba SFHSS receiver. This one is the OMPHobby receiver, and you can tell that because the PCB is purple and it's got this whisker type antenna sticking up off the top. So that's an OMPHobby receiver. If we look at the Futaba SFHSS, the PCB is black, no whisker antenna, but it's got a sort of printed antenna at the front here. It's a little wavy line. So they're very easy to tell apart, no confusion between the two. The M2 only comes with one type of receiver, and that's the OMPHobby receiver. And the other difference is the bind button on the M2 is on the side, whereas on the M1 it's on the top. Now both M1 and M2 can take external receivers. This is a Radiomaster R81 receiver, R81 I've got plugged in here. You can also use DSMX receivers, but binding of external receivers, you need to follow the bind procedure appropriate to the receiver. The procedure I'm showing you today, as far as putting the heli into bind mode, is only applicable to the internal receiver. Hope that's clear. So as far as binding is concerned, turn your transmitter on.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning. Flight mode 1. Engine off. Acro mode on. Timer 1 elapsed.
Right, now it's finished talking. You press the MDL button, model button, there, and you page up there, and this takes you into the setup screen, and you scroll up the way until you come to where it says type, and in type I've got OMP here, which is correct because I'm going to bind it to this OMPHobby receiver. If you add the SFHSS receiver type, you select Futaba, and if you've got different external receivers, you select DSMX or whatever protocol you're using. So once that you've selected the right protocol, you scroll down to where it says receiver and you move across bind, but don't press it yet, just scroll on to bind, and that's that for the moment. So now you put the helicopter into bind mode. To do this, you first plug it in, leave it to initialize. And now the two buttons on the top, the one closest to the servo connector right at the back, you press and hold, and while you're pressing and holding, watch the blue LED at the front. And when it starts blinking quickly, that means it's in bind mode. So put that down, back to the transmitter, and just click on bind.
Telemetry recovered.
Okay, so there you go. That's bound, and that's really all there is to it. As I say, if you've got an external receiver, you can't use that button on the PCB to bind it. You need to follow the binding procedure for the receiver type. This particular one, this Radiomaster receiver, has a little tiny button there that you press to put it into bind mode. But that's going to be particular to whatever external receiver you're using. And that's about it. Easy as that. Piece of cake.